Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a live stream, and welcome to a partly cloudy, sunny day here in Moscow. It's just on 2 p.m., and I hope everyone's having a nice day. I thought I'd do a bit of a live stream. I just actually got off a video call with my dad. I actually went to call him, and he wasn't home, or he didn't answer, and then he called me back. So that's why I'm a couple of minutes late from the exact start time of the live stream. Probably should have added another 15 more minutes, but it's okay. I hope everyone's having a nice day. I see there's already people in the chat. Thank you so much. Also, today I'm a little bit rugged and ready. I woke up super early this morning. There was a very big football final on television in Australia. It was held in Australia. And I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning to watch it because of the time difference with a 7-hour time difference. 6 a.m. was basically 2 p.m. in Melbourne. So I'm struggling a little bit today to get motivated. So I didn't plan to do too much today. So I thought I'd do a live stream with everybody. Also, I've done it a lot earlier than normal. So it might have messed up a few people's schedule, or it might be even better for some people. So yeah. First, if anybody wants to take part in the poll, there's a poll that you can click there. It's not too scientific. I just thought I'd just see what people think of some of my recent videos, because obviously, if you might notice on the channel, the niche isn't exactly one niche of videos, which is very common on a lot of YouTube channels. So I like to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, if you want to vote on that, there's 32 votes already. Maybe we'll get a few more, and it'll let us sway the statistics a little bit. Thank you for likes. If anyone's watching the video and you like live streams, or let me say you like me, likes are always good. It's a good way to show appreciation. Yeah, there is also a pinned comment for a couple of different ways that you might want to help the channel. I guess donate to the channel. It's always donations, they call it, but help the channel. The main one, if you're not in Russia, depending on where you are, is donation alerts. You can actually also put a comment or a question or something that you like in that, and I can read it out. It won't come up on the screen, but I can definitely see it. You don't have to put your name. You can have it anonymous. It's completely up to you when you do that. The SberBank is, if you're in Russia, a way that people donate to streamers is by doing bank to bank. That's set up as well. That's completely up to you. It's not something that I expect, but if you want to do that to show appreciation for the channel, pretty much it pays for my lunches, it pays for my bus tickets, pays for me to go on the metro and have a card to go on the public transport. It doesn't really go towards diamonds and gold chains and what else do people do with all the money? I don't know. Buy Lamborghinis. Maybe I can buy a Lada. We'll talk about that in a little bit as well. So yeah, if anyone does super chats, they obviously come up on the screen. That's a way to do it via YouTube. You can also do that at any time on any other videos. So if you might be watching a video from not recently, there's a thing called super thanks. People do that quite a lot outside of live streams. So that's completely up to you. Yeah, likes and poll answers and commenting on videos is always super nice. Thank you so much. It is very difficult to answer questions for everybody on live streams. On videos, because a typical video will now get 300, 500, or 1,000 comments. I do try to be active the first hour or two after a video goes live. And after that, I'll spend about half an hour or sometimes an hour a day answering comments across all videos, because they come in every minute or so. Yeah, Jen's just actually walked in. Maybe she's running around a little bit today. So yeah, let's get on and chat away, shall we? I'll just click one mouse over here. I do have the donation alerts pop up open on my other screen, which to me is on this side, but it's really over here. So if anything pops up, I'll definitely be active and looking at that. So yeah, Just to say hello to a few people. Now, just one thing with people writing in Russian. I can't read Russian writing. So if you're commenting in Russian in the comments, obviously you might be doing it to somebody else. Just be friendly about it. I can't necessarily read it, so hopefully it's all good. And if I get your name wrong or I butcher your name because I can't read it correctly, I'm sorry also. Farangutang, hello. I live in Australia and I can't see much difference between Moscow and Sydney. Yeah, I mean, I guess in terms of normal life, there's a lot of similarities. Jimmy, greetings from New Zealand. Wow, New Zealand. I wonder if, Jimmy, if you've watched, I've done one video with Ben, my friend from New Zealand, when we were at a supermarket in Moscow. There's one video. If you, we did a comparison of a supermarket in Moscow and New Zealand supermarkets, I guess. That was kind of fun. Actually, Ben's back in Russia at the moment, but he's over in the Far East with his wife and family. So more about Russia, please. Greetings from Indonesia, Abu Kabar. Rosenkranz Jr. Hello. Sergey, здравствуйте. About your poll, do what you think is right. Yes. I will try to keep up with the chat if I can. Obviously, sometimes I can't. So in Russian language, please. That's a little bit difficult because 99.999% of my channel is in English, including the chat and the comments. People do put comments in Russian on videos. I do actually just use simple translators and then reply back in Russian. So another Sergey, hello. Sergey number 2. Здравствуйте. Dva. John. Oh, yeah. So I did chat a little bit ahead of time myself. Shannon, hello. G'day. I guess you're also Australian. I wonder if all the Australians watching watched the AFL Grand Final today. Now, Australia is a little bit split in the different sports that people follow. So there's AFL, which is Australian rules football, which is held amongst different teams in different states in Australia. Then there's rugby league, rugby union, which is the sport that's primarily played on the East Coast in Queensland, New South Wales, a little bit in Victoria. We're not as big of followers of rugby league, rugby union in Perth as we are AFL. So John, hello. Fortuna David, hello. I know you're super active in Telegram. I feel like I know you more through Telegram than through YouTube and all of your videos. More park videos. Actually, I looked up a park today that I really want to go to now, and it's called Olympic Park. And it's a park that they've recently remodeled in the last few years, and it's very close to where a lot of the buildings for the Olympic Village was. I think it's called Olympic Village Park, and it's really not that far from me. I didn't realize how close it is, but I want to go there now and make a video at Olympic Village Park. And the apartment buildings around it were the accommodation for the athletes and officials during the 1980 Olympics. I think it was the 80 Olympics, right? Yulia, hello. It's 1 o'clock in, oh, is it only 1 hour difference with Italy? I thought it was 2 or 3 hours. I guess Italy's further east than London, right? So I'm always thinking of GMT time. Hi from New Zealand. The videos, although they're not an opinion in the poll, the videos I like the best are the ones where you cover special events, festivals, and Christmas markets. Yeah, I like that too. Obviously, coming up in December, January, I'll do more of those and walk around some of those sort of markets. There is actually a kind of a craft fair. I think it's either next week or the week after. They do them a few times per year at one of the convention centers. So I'm going to go to one of those. TW, hello. Oh, my mouse. Oh, my battery in my mouse has died. Come on. That's strange. Oh, that's very strange. Oh my gosh. The battery in my mouse has died, so I can't scroll the poll. That's a bit weird too, isn't it? I've got a container of all sorts of things here, and some of them are spare batteries. This is my, like the bottom drawer. Does everyone have a bottom drawer in their kitchen where they've got like all sorts of things piled in there? No matter what you want, it's always in the bottom drawer in the kitchen, isn't it? Now, I hope these batteries are good. Ooh, how do we do this? There we go, I think. I've saved the day. Yes. Thank you, Globus, for the spare batteries. The top on energy one died. So that was handy. Or a little bit crazy. It's aerial. Oh my gosh, it's still not working. Where is my backpack? It has batteries in my backpack. Do you know where it is? My battery is still gone. Every spare battery is dead. Bear with me, everybody. Let's try this one for a second. If not, I've got... There we go. John says it's not football, it's aerial ping pong. Yes, Australian rules football is commonly known as aerial ping pong. Yes, that's a problem for a lot of people over in the eastern states who don't understand AFL. And then like me watching rugby, last night I watched a little bit of the New Zealand-Italy game in the World Cup at the moment. And although I understand the rules, I don't really like rugby nearly as much as AFL. So hello from Finland. Mr. Jam Ox. Hello. Shannon, good day. Yes, the Pies got up. Yes, I think it was at 4 points in the end. My wife even called me to ask. She called exactly the minute of the final siren. And then I didn't want to watch anymore because I was a bit depressed that they didn't win. Well, Brisbane didn't win. So I'm helping your channel. Why do you, hi bro, why you don't take any promotional offers? It's helping your channel. I don't get sent any promotional offers. I don't get emails for products or product placements. And the ones I do get sent, where it looks like it's almost like scam or fake emails asking for product collaborations, they can't send any products to Russia. So I see sometimes the similar products that other YouTubers are doing. There seems to be like a thing at the time where everyone is promoting the same thing, right? But I just don't get sent any. I don't get asked to do any. It's very strange because the channel is large and I don't. So it's what it is. Maybe it's just geographically I don't get any. So yeah. Hello from Australia, New South Wales. Angie, hello. Oh, hello. Lots of Australians. Yeah, put in the comments where you're from. I guess a few people are doing that already, I see. Walk around the parks. Yes. I've got about another week of weather that's that'll make it able to walk around in the parks. Hello, friendly people. Yes. 35 degrees in Australia. Yeah, I think also in Melbourne it was very warm, right? They made a lot of jokes about Kiss, the band that played as the pre-game entertainment, that their makeup would be running because it was so warm. Doing a video of a different city in Russia, ideally something that's not in St. Petersburg. I would if I can somehow bankroll going to do it. You know, everybody suggests all these far off places to go to, but there's a cost to get there, cost to stay in accommodation. You know, whereas obviously where I live in Moscow region, everything's accessible by public transport. So I don't have a car, so I catch the buses and trains and the metro. So yeah, that's obviously a challenge that doesn't make it easy to go to other places to do. Glenn from Australia, and you're in Japan. Oh, arigato. Wow, that's cool. I've never been to, I want to go to Japan just for that big famous crosswalk that everybody always shows. But I think after 20 minutes of being there, that's it, right? But greetings from London. Hello. Shannon's live in Melbourne. Oh, nice. Yes, Collingwood on the ground first since is it that long? 1956. Wow, since the Olympics. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, they lost to was it West Coast in 2018 when we beat them, and we were all happy. I've got my Fremantle Dockers shirt on today. I do support both teams. Dockers is really my first team. Eagles are my second team. So thank you, Beto. Hugs from Brazil. Beto Mercado. Thank you so much for ours. What's the currency in Brazil? Jen, do you know what the currency in Brazil is? What R's are? Thank you for 20 R's. Maybe that's Brazilian somethings or other. Thank you. That's really nice. When I went to the World Food Expo, there was a stand there with Brazilian companies promoting bringing Brazilian goods to Russia, I imagine. And I was thinking at the time, I only know like Brazilian ladies and women. Then I just realized afterwards, Brazil nuts, which are just nuts, right? But or when I put the super chat on the screen, it gets rid of my where I am in the line for chatting. I love your videos about supermarkets. Thank you. And I learn English from watching your videos. Wow, that's so cool. Do you have a day job? Making videos is my Buckeye Gordon is my only job while I'm here. I would like to find some kind of a job to do besides YouTube. It's just a matter of finding something that fits what I'm doing. Privyet Kagdala. I'm not sure of the rest. Mooi Bidang, South Africa. Oh, my Boki. Hello to South Africa. Harashov. I've sent you some donation to your Aber account yesterday. Oh, Zhenya. Is Ekaterina. Was it Ekaterina? Jen? Yeah, I think so. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, last night I saw this on my phone, and then I got my wife to read the kind of receipt that it sends in SberBank. Thank you so much. Jen came in like in the room later in the evening, and I'm like, wow, thank you. And a lot of times there is a comment. You put a comment there, right? But a lot of times it's just a name and no comment on SberBank, and I'm always like curious who and how and what, and maybe how you've watched a certain video, or maybe you're in the. There is a Telegram channel, by the way, everybody, Traveling with Russell channel, and maybe you're in the Telegram channel. Hello. Yeah, thank you. I'm going to put that up one more time. Thank you so much. I'm not sure where you are in Russia, but it was greatly appreciated. Luxury car prices are cheaper in Russia. I'd say they're not, for the fact of on a lot of the luxury cars are imported, right? So there's obviously now a lot of supply chain issues of getting them to Russia. So I wouldn't say they're cheaper, but then luxury cars are expensive everywhere in the world, right? Is this the one with the sexy woman in the background entertaining us? Someone asked, is there a sexy woman in the background entertaining us? Are you going to wave? She's making like lunch because it's 2 p.m., right? Typical stream. It is pretty much a stream. Always keep a corded mouse in the drawer for special circumstances. I don't have one of those, John. I've got the same. Look at this on the side of my mouse. It's like, this is the same one I've had for years and years. It's so beaten up, but it does the trick. It's got the bit where you put the little dongle in the dongle. What percentage of brands have left Russia? It's a much lower percentage than what people read on Western news or they tell you. That's a certainty. Hello, Russell. Здравствуйте. First secret channel. Hello. It's not a secret anymore. What do you think? Hey, you learn Russian language? I judge you. Oh, okay then. Thank you for judging me. Thank you. David, where is David? Here. David, I'm going to make you a moderator because I know you and you're add as a moderator, and you're in our let's do that moderator right there. So if you type something now, you're going to get a cog next to your name. I think there's about 4 or 5 moderators in the channel when they're here. So scrambling across Japan. Wow. Can you do some video about bowling alleys or billiards? There's bowling alleys in Moscow, right? Bowling alleys. Pool halls? I don't know about pool halls where you play pool or snooker. Bowling alleys? Yeah, there has to be some.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one at a shopping center, but hello from Habarovsk in the Far East. Hello. Let's just there we go. Let's sort that out. I've got to just sort out some comments. I'm watching a stream. Thank you, all the plays you've made on my comments. All the best from Balashka. Oh, Jen needs to be in the live stream. Oh, pull up a chair. You are so cute. You remind of Kolobok. Who's Kolobok? Is that not a nice thing?
It's nice, but yeah, you look like Kolobok.
Oh, my wife thinks I look like Kolobok. Thank you. I think maybe that's Tatiana, I think. Have you bought AliExpress products? I've got one AliExpress product, and it's the like a tripod that attaches to the desk, which has got my light on it, which I don't have switched on today. I've got a ring light above the screen, which I only use in the evening. So in the daytime, I don't need it. I've got one thing that I bought on AliExpress. And actually, I didn't buy it myself. My neighbor bought it for me. I sent them the link. I sent them the money, and they had an account and everything for delivery. And he just brought it to the house for me. And that's the only thing that I've got from AliExpress. Watching from Britain. Hello from Britain. I just watched a bit of golf earlier too, and the Ryder Cup is on. And I think Europe's beating America badly in the Ryder Cup. Sub-only mode. Yes, today's subscriber-only mode. I don't generally have it on, but I thought I'd turn it on now, knowing there's more people watching, and most people who are subscribers will watch, right? So it makes a bit of sense. David, there we go. I see your cog now. Thank you so much. Love your content. I hope one day I can visit Russia. Can you make a video about rich neighbors? I don't really have rich neighbors. I live in a very normal suburb in the Moscow region. Maybe my neighbor is rich. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we're all really on par with each other. I don't really judge anybody by richness because it's very impossible to know who that next person is. Crazy Russian Sergey. When are you going to do a collaboration with Russian YouTuber Russian Sergey? I don't think he's in Moscow, right? Isn't he living somewhere else? I've not seen one of his videos for quite a while. I've done a video with, well, no, I haven't. No, not with him. Hello from St. Petersburg. Hello. Do you know of others who do content videos basically like you? Yeah, one person you could watch is Sam's Russian Adventures. He's in Vladimir in the northeast of Moscow, really outside of Moscow. Sam's Russian Adventures. He's actually English, but he does a lot of content in English and Russian. It's predominantly, the channel is in English, but he speaks in Russian in some parts, and then he puts subtitles. The big intersection in Japan is called Scramble Crossing. Oh, I guess is that the name of it? You must show us how many South African products you find in Russia. I think you mentioned this, or somebody mentioned this in a comment. There should be some drinks at least. Love watching. Glad my friend in Moscow told me to watch your channel. Nice YouTube user. Hello. Thank you. Yeah, I know there's lots of South African wines. When I was at the World Food Expo, we went to a wine store nearby the expo, actually, and they had South African wines there. So definitely. It would be a good idea to plan a trip or a video idea and get us audience to donate, subscribe towards it. For example, trip to Yekaterinburg for a weekend, detail the train costs and hotel. That would be a good idea. What do you think? I'm using Jen as a sounding board for asking questions. I'm about as far from Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo as I can be. I'm in tropical Okinawa. Oh, yeah, Shabuya Crossing. That's the one. Hello from Moscow. Oh, Zdravstvuyte. You British followers need to support other Russell too. I think lots of people are following me already or watching or in the live stream. And I think it's a nice time to do it too. So I just want to say I like your voice from Indonesia. They like my voice. Oh, thank you. Bagus. Bagus. Thank you. Salamat pagi. No, it's Salamat malam is in the evening, I think, right? Greetings from Ireland. Ellen, hello. Cowboy Carol. I'm in neighborhoods. Am I a spy? Guess I'm spying on the supermarkets and showing it on YouTube. But you know, the thing is, years ago or forever, there's been YouTube channels who do shopping hauls or supermarket hauls, or they go to, in America, to a place like Costco, which is a bulk kind of membership supermarkets. So it's not a new thing that I'm doing. I'm not breaking the mold of YouTube by making different videos. Did you discover cruise control? Yes, finally. I didn't know it even at the time of filming it. I mean, I do look at the little signboard with the prices and do a bit of a translation of the like description of the car, but they even had like, this one has carpets on the translation. So, and then I noticed the cruise control, or the button with it's basically a button with a speed dial on it. That was what it was. And I just couldn't think of the word cruise control. But yes, I see lots of people commenting now. So have you considered doing videos on universities? I don't know. I have walked by Moscow State University, but not been inside. It's something that's a little bit difficult to make a video around. When am I coming to Australia for a visit? I don't know. I guess I need to see if we can get people to donate for a trip to Australia. I really want to go back to get my 100,000 subscriber plaque. That's what I want to do. And I talked about it a few live streams ago that my parents were in Bali. They're now back home in Australia. They were there for 2 weeks. And I was going to meet them there. And I could have easily got a flight there to meet them for the plaque and then fly back. But a lot of people gave me a bit of grief about that idea because they thought it was me going on a holiday from subscribers. So now the plaque's still in my parents' house. My dad, I posted a photo on Telegram, on the Telegram channel, with my dad holding it. I think my mum almost forced him to hold it in the picture. So greetings from Moscow. Canned Vital, hello. Aussie, superb weather in Moscow today. Yes, it is. Vitaly, yeah, it is nice. It's a little bit cloudy now, but it is actually a beautiful day in Moscow today. What about a used car dealership? David, thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. I'd love to see how normal working Russians deal with ordinary cars and car parts. I did go to one of the car parts places near where I live, and the guy didn't know literally one word in English. I mean, of course, I understand. I'm in Russia. I don't expect people to know English, but I want to really go somewhere where I can at least get a little bit of information about the place, or, answer a few basic questions. I will try to look for a used car dealership. Most of them that you see in Moscow generally are all new car dealerships, and they have some late model cars there. The next place I really want to go to is the UVAZ. What is it called, Jen? UAZ. It's the one that's got Patriot and the Buhanka. So the Buhanka. So yeah, I do want to go to a used car dealership. I've tried to ask people in Moscow, do they have like wrecking yards where all of the crashed and damaged cars are, and cars that have been stripped for parts, where they've got like a wrecking yard or a scrap yard, they call them in England. And I want to go to film something like that kind of place. That's what I was trying to do. But I haven't found one, or found someone that knows what I'm trying to explain. So Hello from St. Petersburg. Any tips on booking accommodation as you need to be booked to get a tourist visa? Well, kind of you do, kind of you don't. If you want to send me an email, there should be an email in the description. I can send you a link to one of the people that does visas. It's basically a migration agent, but he helps with tourist visas, business visas, family visas, and they can basically help you. You kind of need to have the hotel booking to get the invitation letter, but you kind of don't. You do and you don't, if that makes sense. But I'm happy to send a link to you if you want to know. You basically just fill out a little online form, and then he'll contact you back, and usually on WhatsApp or Telegram, and explain that it's very straightforward, the process to get a invitation letter for a visitor's visa or tourist visa. It's just a matter of getting someone to do it for you, right? So I haven't been to Siberia. No, my wife sends me there a lot when we're having like an argument. Has anyone heard that expression? You get sent to Siberia. Yeah, but I've been to Ufa, which is where my wife's hometown is. Niall, hello. Hello from St. Petersburg. Another, is it like the, oh, maybe that's the same. Oh, no, it's 2 comments. So we got like 7 Vitalis, 3 Sergeys, 2 Daniels in the chat already. Thank you for objectively talking about life in Russia. Good luck. Thank you. Thank you so much. Watching you from, oh my gosh, from how you pronounce that? I'm visiting from Denia, Spain, but you're in South Ossetia. I can't pronounce the word. TSHKH Nival. My gosh, sorry, I can't pronounce that. You need to choose a hotel that provides visa support. Yes, that's very true, Vitalia. I think that's, yeah, a hotel with visa support who can give you the visa invitation letter. Most hotels do that anyway, or you can use a company that will provide also the help for the visa letter. So I'm originally from Moscow and would love to get your opinion of the previous live streams. Greetings from Moscow. Ostrov Mechi. Is that like a swear word? No. Is it a place? I don't know this place, so hi everybody. Boss. Hello, boss. You should have went to Bali to get it. Yes. Angie, I know. I would like to. It's just, the problem is I've got my wife sitting here on the sofa, relaxing. She's just finished work. I think she's got to go back again. And it's trying to convince her about the price of the ticket if it wasn't user or YouTube funded. So there was a really cheap China Eastern Airlines flight, which is Moscow to somewhere not in China, and then China to Bali and return. Do you have some want to transfer back from this paradise? I'm not sure what that means. It's paradise outside. It's nice weather outside today. Can you comment on how often do you visit Moscow Zoo, and do you visit the kangaroo and miss the kangaroos? I've not been to Moscow Zoo ever, actually. And I know I should go there, especially while it's nice weather now, rather than trying to go in winter when not all the animals are out. Missing kangaroos a little bit. When we were there in March in Australia, we went to see some. My wife, Jenya, misses kangaroos. She misses kangaroos. How long have I lived in Russia? Originally, I came the first time 9 years ago when Zhenya invited me here after we met originally. We'll email you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'll just send you the link to the little. You just fill out your basic information like name, email, what your request is, and then they'll contact you back. It's somebody that I've used here in Moscow as well, and it's much easier if you feel confident or know the company that's helping you. For the visa that I went through in Moscow here, we went to their offices and met the people. It wasn't just somebody online. It wasn't just someone randomly who's working out of their basement in wherever place. And that's the bit that I like about doing that sort of thing. So, hello from Finland. Oh, people in Finland. I've been to Helsinki. Twice I've been there. So, hello from Australia. Oh, someone's in Australia with a Russian name there. What is? Yeah, but in my live stream, Mushroom Live, Grible, Gribli Live is their channel name. Russ, thanks, Russ. You are a pretty man. Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, Joanna, hello. Hello to you in Portugal. I know Joanna and David are both part of the Telegram channel. So if anyone else wants to join them over there, come on over. Maybe do a video about public transport. Yes, I'm going to go and maybe not. I wonder if I'm going to do it this week or not. There's a new route of the electric river trams that opened, I believe it was either yesterday or the day before. There's very little public information about things until after it happens in Moscow. Yeah, so I always end up finding out things after things happen, and that makes it difficult sometimes to keep up with that sort of thing. Want to check with you about your status for living in Moscow. My wife is a Russian citizen. I have been applying for residency status for the last. Are you inside Moscow though, J. Andrew? Yeah, maybe this guy can help you also, or at least guide you. I mean, at worst, it's not a matter of obviously people, these visa agents or what are they called? Like they're not lawyers necessarily. They're visa migration agents. Maybe they can guide you. I know for the one that we've used, they've been very helpful. They're very, very, very proactive with what we use them through WhatsApp. But you can use them through Telegram, and they'll tell you every document you need. They'll tell you where to go get the documents or which nearest place to go to. And they're very thorough with the application process. So if you're trying to do it yourself and you miss a document or miss a dot or an I or a T on the application or something, then not having an agent is a bit where you kind of you end up go to this place to get another document, go to that place to get another document. So yeah, again, if you send me the email, it's like in the description of every video. I mean, I'm not sure if you're using somebody to help you, but hello from Iraq. Hello. I've not met Iraqis in Moscow. I've met lots of people from Iran, particularly at the conventions. There's Iranian companies. I don't think any Iraqi companies I've met. Met people from Afghanistan here. Let me just click this over here. Wanted to paste the English translation from the clipboard. For some reason, it blocked, so I write in Russian. You ask what to show Moscow and Moscovites. Yes. Thanks. I just did the translation of what you've wrote there, Alex. Thank you. From Hyderabad, India, just 2 videos, the auto show and auto dealership shows. Yes. Yeah, there's actually, I think, I put them they're in a convention playlist. There's actually a playlist for car dealership tours, and then there's a playlist for conventions or expos or festivals that I went to. So there's kind of both of them on the channel. Yeah, I think David and Joanna know each other from this. Peter, hello. How are you? I'm doing good today. I feel a little bit tired though, because I woke up intentionally early to watch the football final. So I was thinking, I know if everyone knows Pitorichka, I've done a couple of videos of Pitorichka, which is a local supermarket mini mart here. There's actually 3 of them there's 4 of them in the town, where I live. And one of the girls asked me to come and film her Pitorichka because she wants it to be on YouTube. And it's literally, I can see it from the window of my place because we go to that one. I go to 2 different ones quite often. And I was thinking just to walk over there and make a video there. And because my neighborhood supermarket, it's the one in about 2 buildings away from me. The one immediately in my building downstairs, I've already got twice on the channel. So thought I could maybe pop there afterwards to just go buy something for dinner and make a video about it. As I said, I'm from Moscow and I've been on this line, and I think it would be a popular. Oh, the MCD. It's MCD, right? I've been on the MCD4, which is the one from Prelivka, where I live. I've ridden it quite a few times now, and each time I ride it, I seem to get a different model of the train. So I get the new model, the old model, the really old model, and then the newest ones, the what's the name of it? The Evolga 4 is the new model. It's coming in December, January, the brand new model for the MCD4 line. Now, I'm just trying to think of how to film the MCD4 line from a Prelivka to the other end. It's obviously an 80-kilometer track that they've put down, and I'm not sure how many stations, 30 or so stations. It would make an incredibly long video, but I think a lot of people like longer videos for the train and metro content. So when will you come to Brazil, Felipe? I'm trying to get to Australia first, Felipe, to get my YouTube plaque. And I want to make a video. I flew to Australia to pick up my YouTube plaque video. That's what I want to do first, and then other places. So please make one about the one of them. Yes. Have you put? Okay, so one's MCD and one's BCL, I think. So there's the big circle line. And there is the Moscow Central diameter. So there's a couple of different versions of the train lines that you guys are asking for. Sunny and warm in Perth today. Footy frenzy. Even the Dockers weren't in the finals. No, they weren't. No, but Lachie Neale was there. I think was there another player or two that were ex-Fremantle or West Coast players? For sure, Lachie Neale. How many weeks would it take to visit all of the shopping malls in Moscow, store by store? There's around about 50 shopping centers, probably bigger shopping centers anyway, big ones. I would say they're kind of normal size or big for the rest of the world. There's about 50 in total. I've not even scratched the surface. I've gone to the big ones that I know that I've been to myself before I made YouTube videos. But there's a lot that are in other parts of Moscow region that are just, it's not that it's not inconvenient to go there. It's just, would you go an hour or an hour and a half across Moscow to go to a shopping center? And in normal life in Russia, you wouldn't do that. You'd go to the nearest one where you live, because it's really just a repeated shopping center with the same stores in most cases. So I go to Salara shopping center, which is the one that's about 30 minutes from here, because that's the one I go to catch the metro back into Moscow. I mean, do I need to go an hour and a half on the other side of Moscow to go to a shopping center just for shopping? No, I don't need to. But to make videos, of course, it's cool. It's different. I mean, I could make the same video over and over at the same shopping center, just film it in a different way and different angles. But I definitely want to make standalone videos about each shopping center, so that when I'm there, it's a different place, even if you don't know if it is or not, right? And the secondhand shops. Farmers markets are a little bit difficult to film because they don't really like you filming. Although you can film in public in Russia anywhere, farmers markets are a little more challenging. There is actually at least one on the channel of Dorogomolsky. What's it called? Dorogomolsky? Rinek? Jen? Dorogolsky? Yeah, there is that one. I've done definitely one on the channel already. And it's the one where I'm holding a strawberry in the thumbnail. And I don't remember what the wording was, but I'm holding a strawberry in the thumbnail, and it's an outdoor market, which I went to film that video. And then they got all emotional when I was there. I just got to the end of the video, and then they asked me to politely leave. And the people that were just shopping there were quite upset with the people asking me to leave. And BCL, yes. Yeah, I've done... the video I did on the BCL was really just covering the brand new stations when I did that video, not necessarily about the whole circle line of the route, because it's obviously going to be a really long video. Just covering those 9 stations was a 1-hour video. I mean, I probably filmed a little bit more of each station on that video because I wanted to cover the specific things that I kind of wanted to point out about the station and unique features of them. Have I ever tried a Russian sweet called something in Russian? I don't know the word in Russian. I can't see what that word is. Let me see what it is. Sorry, everybody. Hematogen. Translate from Mongolian. Hematogen. I don't know what that word is to know what the product is, so I don't know it. Sorry. Life in Europe. Vinny, hello from Melbourne. How's it going? Are you a Collingwood supporter? I guess everybody magically is now that they won today, right? Everyone's on the bandwagon. And there's this whole football match that was on today, if you're not from Australia and understand. So it was between Collingwood, the Magpies, which is a Melbourne-based team, and a team in Brisbane called the Brisbane Lions, which is from Queensland. And a lot of people that follow Australian rules football or maybe just follow sport in Australia don't particularly like Collingwood because of their way that they act if they win or lose. And they won the final today for the first time. Someone mentioned 1956. And a lot of people don't like them for that reason because they're very, is it sore losers? I don't know. They're not very good losers and they're not very good winners. Brian in Boston, hello. I know that I've been posting a lot of comments. I am just curious. Yes. I don't know the food. I'm sorry. Do you want to visit Belarus? Make a video about difference between that country. That would be really cool. We do actually have a Belarus store at my little shopping center where I live by the train station here. And I've not done a video of my own supermarket shopping center. Can you believe that? I think in terms of the videos on the channel, going to the bigger shopping centers like Avia Park, which is the largest in Russia, you know, it's kind of more symbolic of doing a Russian. I mean, the Russian typical shopping center is very hard to kind of define what that actually is. I mean, any of these big shopping centers. I mean, there's big shopping centers in other parts of Russia as well. And, you know, to go to my local shopping center, that's still a 2-level, and now they built an extension. The other extension is 3 levels. So, and it's getting bigger, that shopping center. Come to Belashk next time, the most picturesque place in Bashkiria. Come to Belareshk. Belareshk? It's the most beautiful part of Bashkiria, Jen. Oh, Jenya's never been there. She's from Ufa, right? So, thank you. Yeah, we had a good time. We spent a week in Ufa. I made a couple of videos while I was there. Most of the time I was there, I didn't film because I was with my wife and I was with her family pretty much all the time. And I just don't feel comfortable filming people that don't want to be on the cameras. So, do I have any intention? Lord, I was just talking there about being in Ufa. So I did do some videos while I was there. We went to a resort for a few days. Country club, they called it, but it's a resort. Country club. It's very fancy when they say that. It's lovely weather outside today in Moscow region, isn't it? Yes. Reminiscent of some resort, so dry and balmy. I could spend the whole day outside. Is it balmy outside? Where it's just nice. Yeah. The whole thing with that my wife and I like is when it's not windy and it's just calm, kind of dead, you know, still kind of weather. It is very nice outside. I will go for a walk after the live stream. I'll end up going to I might go to the train station shops down there instead. I'll see which one I want to walk to. We call it, where we live, there's the train station at Prelivka Station, which is the last stop on MCD4. And we call the shops there the train station shops when we talk to each other. And then we've got a rynok at the highway here, and we call that the Kiev highway shops. So there's a rynok there, and then there's the rynok at the train stations. My wife is, we love your channel. Thank you. Thanks from the US. Scott, you've got a wife who is from Omsk. Nice. Can I tell about Russian mistakes in history? Maybe I should tell about Australia's mistakes in history and other countries' mistakes in history. That's an interesting question. Does the milk taste different? Are cows grass-fed, soy-fed, or corn-fed? Jen? I don't know what the cows eat here. Sorry. There's a funny joke. It's say the word milk to yourself 3 times. You guys all need to do this while you're watching. If you've got someone nearby, it might be funny, but say the word milk 3 times, like milk, milk, milk. Say that now, okay? You ready? Say the word milk 3 times. Okay? What do cows drink? And hopefully, did you answer milk? Cows drink water, not milk. Sorry. Malani, hello. 1776. Hello. Thank you for being a nice supporter of the channel. I know sometimes you comment on videos as well. I do miss a lot of comments because there's so many to reply to. Sometimes I go back to old videos and just look up the comments on a specific video just to catch up a few there. Anemia, you don't need to eat. Okay. Foraging for mushrooms. How about a video about us foraging for mushrooms? We went for a walk in a park during the week, earlier in the week. And we saw some people picking mushrooms in the park where we were walking. We were on the path, and they had like shopping bags of mushrooms. I think if we go to the local forest where we are here, there won't be too much left by now. Have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Yes, it's nice today and tomorrow. Good morning from Massachusetts. Hello, Tatiana. Dobro utra. Dobro utra. Is there another greeting for good morning? You just say utra, right? You don't have to say dobra. Just okay, you can just say utra with morning. Okay. I was just wondering if he has tried some kids. Okay. There are many secret closed cities in Bashkiria. You should try to take pictures of the Yamuta Mountains. Is said to have a secret bunker in there. In the Yamatu Mountains. Oh. I thought everybody thinks me going to supermarkets a secret. How about doing one on motorcycle dealerships? Yes. Peter Otway. Peter Otway. I wonder who that is. I've been trying to send you a message on Facebook to catch up with you. But yeah, I'm going to go. When I was doing the car dealership video the other day, they did actually have a, like, what do you call them? Quad bikes. The guy had quad bikes, jet skis, and he sold also engine motors for boats. But I need to find a motorbike dealership. Yes, I did go to a motorbike convention last year. It was really more of a outdoor convention, and I showed a couple of motorbikes there. I actually even got to ride on sit on one of the police bikes. That's the opening part of the video. So, yes, I will go to. I've seen the comment a few times, Peter, even from other people. Peter's in the chat. Jen? You visit Kazan. It's on my list. Living in Moscow City. What do you think about the differences of living in Moscow City and Moscow region? Well, I've lived in the same building my entire life of living in Moscow. We've lived in 3 different apartments in the same building. We like it that much. So yeah, I really can't compare living in Moscow City. I guess closer to the city or in New Moscow City. I can't imagine just coming downstairs and then, shopping centers being there or the metro being very close to where I'd live. Can I use the Troika card outside Moscow, like per city from trans? Of course you can. You can use it on. Oh, depending on the different bus companies, you can use the Troika. Some bus companies accept it, some don't. My Marshrutka or my local buses to my region don't allow the Troika card. You've got to use a different payment card. So it really depends on the bus company. They're trying to standardize it. You can use it on buses, the metro, and the ferries. I think they're even trying to get it on the cable. There's one cable car in Moscow they're trying to get it on. Only those who don't do anything don't make mistakes. Oh yeah, you can lock yourself in the bedroom in cotton wool, eat salad every day, and you're not going to mess anything up, are you? I'm from Samara. You visit the city. Sorry, my English. Your English is fine. Come to Samara. It's 40 degrees where you live. Yeah, what temperature is it here today? I think it's in the 20s, isn't it? I don't know what the temperature is. 21 degrees, it says. I think that's the most updated one. Oh, that's another. I think that's right. Yeah, it's very muggy outside, which is kind of like, it's kind of, because it's a little bit kind of partly cloudy, it kind of makes that kind of, muggy weather. What traditional Russian food do you like? I like pilmeni. I like Olivia salad. Do you plan to visit Belarus? I don't have a plan to go there immediately. I did kind of go there last year when my neighbor needed to go there to pick up some banking documents and paperwork, and I came for the drive to the border. And then we realized Australians can enter Belarus through the airport visa-free, but not through the land borders. And I ended up just staying at the border while he went to the bank and back. I did go to a Belarus cafe next to the border, though. Gold R, hello. What am I doing lately instead of making videos? We went for a walk in the park the other day. I went to sort out my taxes yesterday. Very normal things that you do when you live in Moscow, I think. Just go for walks, enjoy the weather while it's still nice. I know I'm making videos at these conventions, but I like to go to them and then interact with some people there. I went out for the day with some South African friends a few days ago. Well, no, it was like a week ago now, right? Feels like a few days ago. We went for a really nice lunch in Arbat Street. We went to this cafe that I wanted to go to for a long time. And I think my pretending to be a tourist helped us get a table a little bit faster too. My very good friend is right now in Irkutsk. I visited Lake Baikal. I think that St. Petersburg is best. Yeah, everyone has a favorite place, right? I mean, Moscow and St. Petersburg are very competing cities with the beauty of the cities. I think there's a lot more, historical and beautiful things to see in St. Petersburg. There's different famous landmarks in Moscow if you want to compare the two. Have you ever been to any circuses in Moscow? I haven't, no. Bolshoi Moskovsky Tirik. Bolshoi is that what it's called? Huh? Sirik. No, we haven't been to the circus. No. I did see, who posted me a photo about them? Oh, someone in our Telegram chat did that, posted photos of them going to the circus. And I did actually watch an old video on YouTube a few days ago of an English guy, two English, like they're comedians kind of thing. And they must have come to Moscow, I'm guessing 8 or 10 years ago. And they went to a cat circus in Moscow as part of the video that they made, or the episode. It would have been a TV show at the time, and then they put it on YouTube. But that would be cool to go to that. What season is it for you? It's the end of summer now. It's autumn. So the leaves are slowly falling off the trees. So it's autumn time right now. Sirik Nikol. Is that the name of the circus, Jen? Yeah. Okay, thanks for Andrew from Burnley. Oh, not too far from where all my relatives are in England. Very close, actually. I think. Oh, Alex from Govorovo. Oh, I know you commented on the video, and that's where I was at the Lada dealership, and I went to the shopping center there too. I don't know what the name of the shopping center was. It was something kind of a funny name. They actually even had a tiny circus in the car park, but I kind of walked in the other entrance. So I didn't end up walking around to see what was there. But I walked back from the Lada dealership to the shopping center. Then you kind of walk through the back a lot of the shopping center to get to the bus stop, and then back to Solaris. I think Peter tried to ask you what you do. What's your job in Moscow? My job is really showing Moscow on YouTube. Where is the best cola? I've actually got Baikal Chernogolovka here. Now, they actually do make a cola as well. This is the cola with pine cone taste. Chernogolovka Baikal. I don't know where the Baikal part comes from. I guess the water for the drink is from Baikal. I'm not sure because there is, I guess, the lake in the picture. But they do make a cola version as well of this. I intentionally put that in the fridge to have it cold this morning to watch the football this morning with it. So I like this one a lot. The Coca-Colas that I've been buying, the one from Afghanistan or Iran are the two nicer ones. And then there's one also from Belgium and Poland. The ones that are from Uzbekistan or Kazakhstan or Georgia are not as nice personally. So, what's your favorite alcoholic drink? I drink beer occasionally. I don't drink any liquors or alcohols. Beer, I'm not really bothered which one I drink. I just like a lager beer or a light beer. What's your favorite bar in Moscow? I've not been to any bars in Moscow, so I don't have any favorites. I think I need to find more friends to invite me to these kind of places. The best season to my taste. Circus. Yes, the cat circus. If that's still running, I'd love to go to the cat circus. That's still a thing. Oh, you know about it? Oh, it's for children. I know, but in the video I watched, it was an old YouTube video with like these English comedians that went there. And actually, I've shown you that video before. They went also to Sandony. So they made a video about like 24 hours in Moscow, and they must have filmed it over 2 or 3 days maybe. But they went also to Sandony, the bathhouse where my wife worked for quite a few years. What do you call two men in a bush? Russell. Yes. I'm pretty sure that's the answer to that joke. It was way too sweet. Yeah, you need to drink it cold. That's the secret to that Baikal Chernogolovka. Drink it cold. You drink it warm, then it can be sweet. And also the orange or the mandarin one as well is the same. Really too sweet for me. And you say it was not so sweet. Yeah, I think they're putting sugar in everything. We had an argument at the supermarket yesterday. We went to Globus on the way home, and everything's got sugar in it. I don't think we bought anything without sugar. I should try Russian lemonades. From Suffolk, UK. Love your channel. Have you thought about doing a video about aviation in Russia? Central Aviation Museum looks interesting. Yeah, there is quite a few different museums. Where is the one museum? It's about 2 hours from here. There's one of the. Is it Monino? Was it Monino? Monino. There's one there that I could go to. It's about 2 hours away. There is also Park Patriots here that's got a museum that's got mostly helicopters, some planes, lots of tanks. In Park Patriots, there's a part of it has got a museum there. Callum, I did mention in my Telegram about this, that there's some displays at Park Patriot, and 99.9% of people told me not to make a video about some things. Obviously, there's a museum and element to it and history element to it. And then a lot of people kind of commented about not making videos at the moment about things because of what's happening in the world. Maybe one of the, I've done a couple of videos at Christmas time or New Year time. I did walking around the markets in Red Square. There's a couple of videos on the channel from, I'll film them again this year. You know, you can never get tired of filming them, particularly when it's a nice evening, when it's snowy and it's kind of that beautiful white snowfall at the same time. Yeah, I think it's the Monino one you're talking about. Maybe that's the museum. Anybody knows Shuba salad? If we compare it, what is the number in taste compared to Russian? What's Shuba? Shuba salad. Oh, herring in a fur coat. Oh, herring in a fur coat. But there's nothing else in English that compares to that salad. There's nothing that it's beetroot with fish. Kuklashev Theater. Maybe that's the one. Huh? The Cat Theater. Oh, thanks. I'm going to end the poll and I'm going to ask another poll if my wife should be on a YouTube live stream. Where is that? Start a poll. Would you like my wife on a live stream? Answering questions. Pretty sure it'll be. Let's confuse everyone. We always put the wrong answer first, and then we'll see what everybody answers. Me and my brother went there. I love that circus. Would really recommend it. Thanks. What service you use in Moscow? I mean, Yandex car sharing, maybe Tutu app. I use Yandex Go, which is the taxis. Belka car. And I just use Yandex Navigator. Yandex Maps. Everything Yandex. I don't know what Tutu is. Winter coming. Do you hate the cold? No, I really like the cold. I like the cold because I know it's cold. I know it's going to be a cold day. I can dress and, appropriately for when I go out when it's cold weather. I know what to expect when I go out and when I come home. So yeah, I like it because of, I know the weather. Is there anything? What's the next big celebration in Russia? Is there anything in October? I guess autumn. Or I guess people celebrate autumn because of the change in the weather from summer towards winter. I don't know about the next big celebration. Only if she wants to. We've got 25 votes and 92% said you need to be on a video, Jen. Who is your favorite Russian singer? I don't have any favorite Russian singers. Do you have a favorite Russian singer? No, I don't listen to music, right? Yes. I don't listen to any music. What are your top 5 favorite songs? Wow. I really honestly don't listen to any music. It would be rare that I listen to music at all. Even watching the football today, there was the pregame show and the halftime show. These were 80s and 90s bands that were part of it. All men like pilmeni. Yes, that's very true. It's very, very true. All men like pilmeni. I think there's not a man that doesn't like it. Even my wife eats it every now and again. It's a train app. Makes sense, wife. While you live in a prolific. Yeah, I downloaded one train app. I don't know what it was called, but it was not. It was 90. It was all purely in Russian, whereas a lot of the Moscow Metro and Moscow Transport apps are in English, so it's easier to enter the name of the stations. So I'll have to look this one up. This one might be easier to use than the one I did download, but then I've deleted it because it wasn't helpful to me, that app. So maybe now it'll be easier. But I've had no problems going to walk into the station to get on the trains. They literally leave. I mean, I'm going to say there's probably about a 7 or 9 minute gap between trains now, maybe longer. But every time I turn up, there's a train to get on and it leaves. Whereas before, when we didn't have the MCD4, you could be every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then they'd break for lunch. So there's a big gap between the lines. Now you just turn up and get on a train and go. Try to visit a Pilmene factory. Wow. I don't even know where to look that up to find that as a thing to do. That would be cool, though. Halodiets, I don't like. Vareniki, I think I like. I don't like that one. Which is that one? With cottage cheese or mash. Yeah, I don't like Vareniki. And Holodets, I definitely don't like. Could you do a cooking stream with your wife? It's a little bit awkward to set up the camera in the kitchen to do that. I know it's a great idea. I just want her to sit next to me and then answer questions. Looking tired. How's your day? Yes, I'm tired because I woke up at 6, quarter to 6. What time did I set my alarm for? 5:45. I set my alarm. So yeah, I woke up super early to watch a football final on TV in Australia. I watched it streaming on the computer with the Australian commentary, everything. So yeah, I'm a little bit tired. Because of that, really. It's yeah, how's it going? Kak Savut? Is that Kak Savut? Oh, Kak Dela. Oh, Dela. Okay, yeah. Okay, Kak Dela. Harashov. Yes, I'm all good. Air fryer or oven? We don't have an air fryer. We've got a what's the one called that we've got now? We had before an air grill, which is similar to an air fryer. We don't have it anymore. We've now got it's like a slow cooker, really, that we do soups in and meats in and things like that. And then we've got the oven behind there. You can see this oven, and it's early here in Chicago. Bond, hello. Antique flea markets, antique shops, and antique auctions. Wow, that's a lot of things. I've never seen any auctions in Moscow. Also, it would be interesting to see different Russian dishes from restaurants. Yeah, there's a lot of channels on YouTube that make a lot of content. It's a very broad question, different things you're asking. The flea markets are a little bit awkward to film because the people there get a little bit upset or emotional when you wave the camera in front of them. Obviously, I've got good intentions showing what they're selling, but they think maybe I have bad intentions about what I'm saying. See who likes which better, about which different cities. I guess it's, especially for people that have never been to Russia, what they'd vote is going to be, doesn't really have any meaning in the poll. So football like Australian rules football, biker. So football is quite a lot of different meanings. So there's football like soccer. We call it soccer in Australia, football. There is football, which is rugby league or rugby union. So rugby union is like the All Blacks, the Wallabies, I don't know what the other teams are. Pumas, I think, is Argentina. So that's the World Cup that's going on right now in Europe. And then there's rugby league, which is a domestic competition, and they've got different countries doing it as well. And then football that I was watching was Australian rules football, or AFL. Australian Football League, AFL. Or Aussie rules, we call it. It's if my wife gives it. Buy your wife an air fryer. She will love it. Yes, we did. Well, you decided you wanted to get this slow cooker, not an air fryer. If anyone watches the channel from the very beginning, that was one of the early things that we talked a lot about on live streams. If you go back to the first or second live streams on the channel. Kuzni Itochka. I think you're saying about Kuznich. Are you delicious? Do you like? Oh, yes. I've been there quite a few times. I've not been recently though. But yes, I don't mind going to Kuzni Tochka from time to time. I really prefer when I go to this shopping center, like in Globus hypermarket, they've got a cafeteria there, and they've got very nice food that you can eat at the cafeteria there, which is more like home cooking than going to a fast food place. Mantu. I know Manti. Manti is yeah, it's big, right. It's from Georgia and Tatarstan. Yeah, I had when I went to Kyrgyzstan, we had manti quite a few times. In Russia, pilmeni and dumplings are the same. Oh, that's not really exactly the answer, but depends on the different fillings in them. They tend to get different names. Maybe. Have you thought of doing a collaboration video with different Russia channel? They live on the other side, absolute other side of Moscow. Yeah, I've never contacted them at all. I do have a little YouTuber group that I've created on Telegram. There's 40 of us in the group. And they're not in it. I've sent them an email, I think, once or twice to ask them to come and join it. Maybe she's just not active on Telegram or in social media. I'm not sure. I've not watched their videos recently. I used to watch them a lot when I was first starting my channel. Yeah, they live in the northeast of Moscow. I'm in the sort of southwest of Moscow geographically. Best Australian actor, yours and your wife. Cheers. I'm not sure what that question is. What's your favorite movies? Meet the Fockers is my favorite movie. We should, if my wife was doing the sit down next to me, it would be interesting. She'd know the answer to the same questions. Love the channel. Keep it up. Thank you. Thank you. Wild Dead Wolf. Thank you so much. Oh, thumbs up as well. Thank you. We've got 165 thumbs up, by the way. That's really nice of all the people. That's a lot more thumbs up than people watching, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how that happens. Maybe some people just clicked on it and clicked away from it. It's not a worry to do that, right? We will go for, I think, 13 more minutes. We'll do an hour and a half today, I think. Unless the chat goes crazy and the super chats go crazy and the donation alerts go crazy. Then we'll stay longer. But I think otherwise we'll go for about 15 more minutes. First one is the best. Yes, Meet the Fockers. Yes. We've watched, I don't know how many times we've watched Meet the Fockers on TV here. 100 times or more. I just never get tired of watching that movie. Although you know what's going to happen and you know the storyline and everything. It's just a movie that just makes you laugh a lot. Actually, we watched the other night, Crazy Stupid Love. The one with Emma Stone and what's the other guy in that movie? The guy from Barbie. Ryan Gosling. We watched that movie the other day. That was kind of fun. I've seen that a few times as well. But Meet the Fockers, I can watch over and over and over again. From YouTube. And what did your wife work as? I'm very glad that you started making videos for people that have never been to Russia. Yes. What did I do? I worked on cruise ships for quite a lot of years. Actually, a few years of that, I was still on them and traveling to and from Russia between contracts. I was actually working in the shops on the cruise ships, in the duty-free stores. So that's why a lot of the shop videos on the channel are about shops and retail and stores, because it's just an easy thing for me to kind of jump over to, film a video about a shop, and that's the video, right? So yeah, that's what I did for a lot of years. In Australia, I also worked at the airport duty-free shops before that. So yeah, duty-free and sales in the ships. On the shops, I was working in the alcohol and tobacco section. So if you ever fly through an airport and you go through the shop that's got the alcohol and tobacco, that's the job that I was doing. Best time you had doing a video this year? Now, I'm going to be honest and say that it was the video I made at the World Food Expo. I met a couple of South African guys who had a stand there. And we afterwards I walked them back towards their hotel because they stayed nearby. They only flew in for I think 5 or 6 days. And then the next day, before they flew out the following day, I met them back at their hotel, and we went out in Moscow for the day, and we had a super time. Very, very, very nice guys. So yeah, it wasn't really necessarily me making the video; it was meeting them and then hanging out afterwards. And we went to dinner together. We walked in Red Square. We walked in Arbat Street. We walked by Alexander Garden. Took them into GUM. Showed them GUM, Nikolskaya Street. Just showed them a bit around the center of Moscow. And I took them on the metro, of course, from where Crocus City is, my Kino metro station. We went to Plochet Revoluce, which is the one where you get to touch the dog. There's the statues on the pillars of the station. And actually, one of the guys wanted to go see that. And it was really cool to do that and show them from my point of view of things. I really like doing walking or excursions in Moscow with other people because they have the same enjoyment of seeing Moscow like I do. Even though I've seen it a lot, I can go back again, and point out things that maybe they would never have noticed or recognized or seen when we walk around. So Joseph Johnson, hello. Been too long. Yes, for a lot of people, I think. Also, the timing's different as well, so it maybe not everyone's catching the live streams. Maybe record it first. I can understand how your wife would be nervous, so that would give you a chance to make a cooking video, Jen. Like film something of you cooking something. Yeah, we need to go to like her auntie's house and do that. That would be kind of different. Go to our auntie's and film her cooking all the food. Or my mum's place, yeah. My mum making shepherd's pie or roast dinner. Yeah, but they're both good. Yeah. He's very suitable for comedy genre. Yes. Yeah, we watched a Barbie movie a few weeks ago. It was an interesting movie, I guess. I don't know how it's made $1 billion, the Barbie movie, but I have watched it, but I don't remember me, myself, and Irene. I don't mind Jim Carrey. I don't love him as an actor, but I don't mind him, He's got a very certain humor that you either like or don't like with him. Keep doing what you're doing well. Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much, Dead Wolf. Have you seen Dr. Zhivago? Probably years ago, not anytime recently. Don't tend to watch too many older movies, like really older movies. Funny looks. I have wanted to become a YouTuber, and I'm scared of people doing this. Yeah, this is most of the time in my videos. It's really people that just, as I'm walking through somewhere or past somewhere, and I speak in English, and then they hear English, and that's what makes them turn around or stare or look, because it's not what they're expecting, and that's most people's reaction. Whereas if you were talking in English in an English city or place, like if I go to Australia or like to Bali where we were in March, I'm speaking English, they understand English. It's not a bigger deal, especially where they see you holding the camera, right? Whereas if I walk around, even where I live here, it's just not normal to see that. Seeing YouTubers is not normal, or blogging and vlogging. Going to things like these expos, there's a lot of media there. So, people expect that media there, cameras, photographers. So it's not a big thing. But yeah, it's more the getting used to talking to the camera, not necessarily, worrying about people around you. I mean, you just do your thing, talk about what you're going to talk about, and do your piece to camera or whatever you're showing. Because you're really making a video for someone else to watch. So it's what you see through your eyes that they're interpreting back, So, what's in the background is what's there. I mean, hopefully it's not somebody making silly gestures and stuff, but Can you film Sparrow Hill in autumn and winter? Yes, I was there in winter. Oh, I was there when I went to the escalator gallery. I made the video. If anyone knows about the escalator gallery, that was a tourist attraction they opened, which is escalators going up the side of Sparrow Hill. Yeah, it is a nice place. And then in wintertime, I went on the tube ride down there, down the mountainside. Actually, I made the video. Oh, there is a video on the channel where I went on the cable car. Because I went on the Monday when it's the lowest price, right? It's like 150 rubles on a Monday. And what YouTubers do you like? I watch Casey Neistat. I think everybody does. I like his type of videos. It's insane, his editing and his ability as a storyteller is what I like about him. Okay, Mr. Beast, everybody watches, but that's just a different type of video. I watch very different videos and different things. I watch car renovating channels, Salvage Rebuilds UK. I watch boating channels. So there is Parlay Revival I watch. I also watch Seniac. It's a guy that does video games, but he does one about airport building. There's a game called Airport CEO. So I like watching his video of him building airports, which is a game that I play sometimes. His channel is called Seniac. I don't know. I watch all sorts of strange things that are not really consistent, but it's, I watch a guy that cuts lawns and transforming someone's like crazy garden into, nice garden. Yeah, Goom is awesome. Yes. I'd like to see the children's store. Yeah, I've done a video on Goom. I've done a couple of videos. I've also done a video of the children's store as well. I think maybe you've watched it on the channel. Central Children's Store. Yeah, I can keep going back to these places and you can make videos about them many times because every time you go there, you notice something different or you show something different, or you might see something that you've maybe not shown before or you've not noticed yourself when you're there. How long do I plan to stay in Russia for? Well, I'm here, right? Don't really have a how long answer to that. I'd like to see a Soviet copy of the Red Flyer wagon. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe that's some kind of a train. I'm not sure what that is. Have I been to the cinemas in Russia? I've never been to the cinemas, no. I've filmed them at the shopping centers, but my wife wants me to take her to the cinemas, but I've never been. I know they're just like the cinemas anywhere. They're absolutely exactly the same as just the video you're going to watch there, right, or the movie. What's my favorite thing about Russia? Well, that's really an impossible answer because, I like the fact that I can just go anywhere and film anything, and it's not a problem to do that. I like also going to places and showing something that I'm seeing that probably someone somewhere else in the world would not have a chance to see themselves. I mean, by me watching other YouTubers, I get that same, sense of their life. You're kind of watching someone's life through their eyes. So that's if I show the supermarket in the building where I live, or like Pitorichka where I want to go and film, I'm showing you something that, someone else in the entire world has never seen or know what that exists. So me going to Pitorichka, which would seem so mundane for every Russian, but to put that on YouTube and create a video about it, it's filling a niche in YouTube that nobody would think about as a video. I know it seems strange, but there's a niche for everything in the whole world on YouTube. And there's there's videos that people haven't made before that has still got an opportunity on YouTube to flourish. So, I can say a favorite thing to do is to go like walking around Moscow with my South African friends last week, because I enjoy showing them what I have seen myself, particularly Moscow Center and things like that. when I was with my New Zealand friend Ben, he wanted to go to a fishing shop, and he wanted to go to a couple of different shopping centers that weren't where he was living in Moscow. And it was just him and I, and we could easily get on the train, the metro, go there, and go see things that even I hadn't seen before. And that's what I like about even Moscow, because it's so big. You can see something that you've not been to before, yet it's in the city where you live. Do you and your wife do anything for Halloween? We just talked about this yesterday because they had a pumpkin display at Globus Supermarket. And Jen says that Halloween's not a thing in Russia. So, no. The snow. Right. Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not a thing like it is in Western countries. It's not night over there yet. It's 3:33 p.m. in Moscow, so it's absolutely still sunny. Beautiful day outside. Video about the cinema would be cool. Yeah, I keep wanting to make the video about going to like the Barbie movie or Oppenheimer movie and show that you can just go buy a ticket and go to see Barbie in Russia, although the movie's not in Russia, right? Take the camera as if the audience was there. Right. Talk to the camera as if the audience was there. Yes, that's the key to doing YouTube. Talk to the camera or the lens like you're talking to people. Like when I'm doing live streams, I'm looking at the chat, which is right. Okay, when I've got my finger pointing, it's down here. But the camera is up here. And I've lowered the camera down. Well, it's now slightly, I guess my chair is falling down a little bit. It's really a problem. So there we go. I guess my chair's falling down as well. But like you say, talk to the camera like you're talking to everybody watching the video and realize that there's an audience watching the videos, which is true. Marble chips. MGM recollected the marble chips and resold them when the movie was finished. Marble chips. Your wife is beautiful. Your wife is beautiful. Someone, because you're walking in the background. Yeah? And they're noticing you walking in the background. German in Venice is very interesting. I don't know. Is that? I think maybe you're talking to each other and I'm missing what you're saying. I would like to see a Russian toboggan run. What's the famous fruit of autumn? It's grapes right now, right? Grapes, plums. Yeah, watermelon, melon. Apples are year round, right? Pears. Yeah. Grapes now. Grapes is the season right now. Get a camera drone. Yeah, if anyone would like to buy me a camera drone or a drone, then I could make videos. I've never thought to buy one, even when I was in Australia, even when I was on the cruise ships. Oh, you are lucky to have a beautiful wife who supports your passion to stream. Thank you. Thank you. Hidden in the wires. Oh, hidden in the wires, yes. What happened there? Do you rent an apartment or what? A bit of both. We kind of live in an apartment and we rent an apartment and we live in an apartment. It's a bit of both. Did you visit Trigornaya manufacturer? Falcon I've been to. Falcon. That's the arts, whatever that's called, where they've got the art and the little shops and the Falcon. I've been to it. I went to the barbecue festival there. On my channel, there's a barbecue festival that they do once a year at the Falcon. Falcon? Wow, a lot of questions, life in Europe. A lot of questions. Let's see. Camping. Oh, sports shop. Yeah, I've done the video at Sportmeister. So I think Russian typical sports store, I think would be the description. They don't really have much camping stuff in there. They do have a little bit, but it's a very, very general sports store. The Decathlon, the French company that left Russia, is going to reopen next month. They're going to reopen all the Decathlons. I'm not sure all of them, but most of them in Russia are going to reopen with a new name, which I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Camping stores, you've really got to go to like outdoor stores or kind of adventure stores. Go to Austria as well, of course. I can go to Austria, Carmen. I can go everywhere. If someone just does donation alerts or super chats, and I can even make it a collaboration video where I'll even mention the person that's thanks to them I've done something, you know. Someone wants to give an amount of money or a donation for something like that cat circus, or go to the zoo, or go somewhere, absolutely can. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dead Wolf. I completely appreciate what you're saying. Good afternoon, Russell. Oh, Ali, hello. Oh, and thanks for being a channel member also. That green symbol right there means you're a channel member. Are you going to see Barbie today? Yeah, it's a very interesting movie. I mean, it made $1 billion. I guess walking out, answer to yourself, how did it make $1 billion? I mean, it does help to know a little bit of the story of Barbie and the Mattel brand and concept a little bit as well, because there is a story to the movie, but there's obviously a story to Mattel and Barbie, which is obviously a part of the movie. I think I'm confusing you, but I think you'll walk away maybe confused or maybe understanding of the movie. I don't watch any read any books. 0.00. No reading. My wife does all the cooking. I help with making like shepherd's pie. Or I try to tell my wife that we need to stick to the family recipe of the shepherd's pie, or cottage pie, some people call it. My wife wants to keep changing my family recipe that I've taught her. So I have to kind of supervise her when she's doing it. Kites are cheaper than drones. Flies are even cheaper. Yes. A Yankee Foxtrot. Hello. How's it going? So we're at 1 hour 38. We're at 199 likes. Wow, we're going to hit 200 at some point. Also, thank you for people who did super chats so far. That's very... Oh, did I just miss a super chat? Oh my gosh, 3... Oh no, is that just now? Oh, that's just now. Oh my gosh. I'm panicking. Nancy, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much. And some balloons. It doesn't show on the screen because in Russia they blocked the icons. So thank you. I just noticed that and I'm like, I panicked that I hadn't seen it. That's really nice of you, Nancy. I really appreciate anybody that does these donations. It's really super nice. And we passed 200 likes. We're on 205 likes now. Thank you. As you say, there's plenty of YouTubers doing what you do. Correct. Your difference is your personality shines through. You're a nice and honest... I'm just reading your comment before your super chat or super sticker. You're a nice and honest guy, and as they say, you can't fool the camera. That's Nancy. I completely agree. I mean, where everybody's giving me great ideas for making videos, I love everybody's suggestions. I mean, I sometimes get a bit of a, I guess you get a writer's block or I don't know, filming block where you don't know what to do. And what does my wife say when I can't decide what video to make? What do you say? Go to Globus. go to Globus supermarket and make a new video at Globus. And yeah, I mean, the one thing also is it's what makes YouTube easier for anybody who wants to do YouTube is if you're filming or you're making videos about what you like. I'm just putting the camera up now because I feel like I'm sitting too high now. What's happened? I put my chair too high. That's too low. Let's do that. And I find, and I've said this to a few people, YouTube is easy if you're doing YouTube videos about what you like or enjoy or understand, or you have maybe some sort of a skill or knowledge about. And that's what makes YouTube easier. Where people talked about, someone mentioned there about it's hard to talk to the camera, or it's hard that there's people in the background, or you aren't happy filming or confident filming in a crowd, and that's what you've got to get, not necessarily get over that, but you've got to kind of overcome that in making the videos. And if you're filming something doesn't have to be a passion, but I enjoy going to the conventions, I enjoy going to the parks, I enjoy going, everything that I'm filming I enjoy doing. It's not a chore to do it. It's not something you've got to force yourself to do, because that's when YouTube is not enjoyable. And even some of the big YouTubers talk about this a lot, like that burnout of YouTube. And I listen to another channel I watch. It's called Walk With Me Tim. And he's a British guy that does hotel reviews or resort reviews. And he did a live stream a couple of days ago. He doesn't do them, maybe once every few months. And, he kind of talks about like making the videos, that you've got to like making them and filming them and going there. And also, someone said, do you like going to these different hotels and resorts? And he mentioned that, 99% of the time he's holding his camera, he's filming, he's framing the shot that he's filming. He's not necessarily enjoying the place he's at because he's filming where he's at. And I've noticed that, like when I was in Australia in March, and I only made one video the whole time there, because I was with family, I was with my wife, we were going out and doing things during the day. If I was filming all of that, it would be a different holiday and a different trip and a different experience. And the blogging or vlogging side of it is not necessarily what I do in the videos. I do title specific videos about a certain place or event that I go to. Why do I live in Russia? Did you get a job there? My job is making videos on YouTube. If it's a thing that you call it a job. You're a good person, but you have a long and difficult path ahead of you. Thank you. I'm not sure what the difficult long part is, but I guess thanks. Thank you. But summer, how hot does it get in Russia? It depends on the city you're in. So pretty much, I think the maximums we've had here is 30-degree days. But in Ufa was getting 35 degrees. I think, I don't know, even up to 40-degree days in Ufa. It seems to be a bit warmer further east. But yeah, today is 22 degrees right now outside. And it's a nice day. I mean, it's not warm like in Australia, 32 or 42 degrees, but definitely these 25-degree days or so is a warm day for Russia when you consider what the winter's like. Use more music in your videos to keep your attention span going. Yeah, I don't really use any music in the videos. I have maybe 4 or 5 songs that I might put, like when I do the hyperlapse when I'm walking at speed somewhere. Milky Way forever. Привет. Hello. I had Milky Way. 2 days ago I had a Milky Way. Actually, part of going to that International Food Expo was to see some of the importers of the foreign brands. And that one that had the Kit Kats there. And they wanted to give me that Kit Kat. And I'm like, I don't want to take your one that's on display. And they ended up giving me some Nestle chocolate bars that they had in the cupboard underneath to bring home. Yes, I keep some flight. You don't use a VPN. I use it occasionally. I don't need it for 99% of what I do on YouTube. Everything works here. I only use it for a couple of social media apps, and that's it. My like was 202. Oh, thanks, DC, for number 202 like. I wonder if anyone else knows their number, what their like was. You should crowdsource a drone. I want to crowdsource the trip to go get my... there's actually a couple of funny crowdsourcing. The one is to go to the trip to go get my 100 subscriber plaque, because I've not done a video to celebrate that yet. And the other one was to buy a apartment in Moscow, one that's hasn't got construction inside, and document the steps for buying an apartment and remodeling it and getting the guys in to come and do those things. And I looked at doing that, and it was something only like every subscriber only had to give 50 cents, or even it's probably even less than that now. I don't even know how many zeros. Yeah, 38 rubles, which is 50 cents, let's call it. 50 cents or 38 rubles. 60, about 50 rubles is $1. So every subscriber on the channel gave me 50 rubles, we can buy an apartment and remodel it, and I can make videos about that. Almost never-ending content. Why have I seen you less recently? The car plant was good. The first video at the dealership, I think the dealer should have cleaned off these cars. That was the bit with the dirty cars, was actually in the car park outside. And that was kind of the end of the video when I was leaving. And I realized that it's kind of gated to get into the car park. All the cars inside the dealership, obviously, you can walk in, sit inside, open the doors and whatever you like. But you can't just go out into the car park where they've got all of the models waiting there for people that are buying them, or selling them, or getting them fixed, or whatever they're doing with them. So I asked the guy, could you let me go for a bit of a wander there? And he didn't really want to, actually. And then he's like, oh, come on, let's go for a walk. And I literally filmed a few seconds of it, right? But probably because the cars are at the car park. I know there was the workshop there where they were working on the cars, and then they do the washing and the cleaning, then detailing of the cars as well. So, Andrew, hello. Peter, hello. Oh, hello for being a channel member. Thank you. It is easy to buy a place, say Moscow, and rent it out. Me being from England, yes, it is very easy. Yeah, there is a lot of places that you can rent, a lot of places that you could buy. I don't know about buying, but renting. There is never-ending amounts of apartments for sale and for rent. In Moscow, you can remember Moscow has got a 15 to 17 million population. So there's a lot of housing here. There's a lot of opportunity here. I'm a tuber, but I want to do more. Yeah, that's the thing with YouTube. It's the motivation to film more. Your passport allows you to travel to Europe and US without any visa. Correct. Yes, my Australian passport lets me travel to most countries in the world visa-free. I live in Austria. I think I should do more videos on shopping centers. Yeah, shopping centers or supermarkets. There's a fascination with supermarkets and shopping centers where you just what I'm doing, point out what you're seeing. Go into an Austrian supermarket and show Austrian food, or what's popular, what's not popular, what's more of, what's less of. If you've been to other countries or other cities, it's easier then to use that as a comparison as well. And the temperature in Moscow in winter, yes. Yeah, minus 10, minus 15, minus 20. I think the most coldest we've had is about minus 23 or 25 last year. So it does get colder. But at that point, you're wearing warm clothes anyway. I was amazed at the huge shopping centers you went to that had everything. Yes, yeah. Or in Moscow City, Afia Mall, where I filmed that beginning of the metro video. Well, there's actually a lot of, even the Europolis shopping center. Then Avia Park. Yeah, there's a lot. There's, I mean, realistically, 40 or 50 shopping centers that are big like that. Red Flower, I hope you're doing well. Yes, I am doing very well. Someone said I look tired, and I am because I woke up so early for sport today. Love exploring Russia from the United States. Hope to visit someday to keep up the good work. Yes. I mean, it's a big place. I mean, there's so much fascination with coming to Russia or seeing things and places and certain parts of the country. Yeah. Add music. And also, is your live stream maybe include your wife? Yeah, my wife will hopefully be on a video soon. Maybe next live stream we do, yeah? And I think people are going to throw her donations and throw her money and buy her flowers, and I don't know. Maybe not. You were 208. I like the shopping centers and apartments. Yeah, thanks. House of Remedy. Yeah, the apartment videos, it's not as easy to get access to apartments to make more of them. I would love that as a channel niche, as a single channel niche, is just doing house or apartment tour videos. I think there's definitely something in that. Oh, there's a couple of Russian comments that I can't read in Russian. Sorry. DJ IB, sorry. And I think Veronica is something. Hi, Russell. Yes. Здравствуйте, Veronica. Where you can go to restaurants and other dishes and rate them. Yeah, I'm not the best at doing food reviews. You know, I'm okay doing them at like Kuzni Tojka or the Rostiks like KFC. You know, I don't really want to be too negative in videos. You know, I don't really want to go to somewhere and not like something. And of course, you've got to be opinionated and say that if you go somewhere it's not good. You can get an international driver's license, Peter, if you come. You can apply for that in your home country. That's what I've got. Actually, I've got it right here, mine. I think it doesn't matter the number on it. But I'll cover it up in case people... Oh, I'm not covering up very well. Australian Automobile Association. I think it's like AA in England, right? We've got AAA, Australian Government International Driver's License. And there's my photo somewhere on it, like that. Not the best picture. But yeah, I've got that in case I need it. You can get a Russian license eventually. But yeah, get an international one. And this one actually has got all the different languages printed on it, so that if they open it and want to read it, they can find the page in their country's language. And it points out all of the rules and regulations of having one. Can you buy a house or block of land? Absolutely, you can. Yeah, there's a housing area right downstairs from the building where we live here. It's actually kind of gated, if you want to call it that. It's not really gated, but it's fenced off. That's very normal, where they make a kind of a community of houses all around one area. So, yeah, it definitely can. 2 or 3 minutes to get it. There is a slight delay on typing it and me reading it. I'm reading through the comments in order, so I'm not up to speed with how fast the comments go. Go Dockers from Port Kennedy. Oh, thank you. Yes, my parents and sister live in Baldivis. There was that horrible car crash a few days ago, which is crazy. I was talking to my dad on video just before I did the live stream. Yes, Port Kennedy. Yeah, not too far away. I was just giving a dog a haircut. Do you have animals? We don't have any animals, no. We want to get a cat. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Stephen. Moscow, 50 cents for you to buy an apartment in Moscow. I'll donate 5 just to see the process. Yes. So DC, yeah. If obviously, where are we at? So, all right. Let's do, because we've got to cover the cost of the construction, right? One more zero. Rubles, USD. So, okay, 52 divided by, I'm going to call it 111,000 subscribers, because this is important that we divide it by exactly every person that's a subscriber. Yeah, it's pretty much yeah, that's right. 52 extra 0 divided by there we go. That's better. Yeah, it's 46.84 rubles each. So pretty much right on 50 cents each. Yeah, this is correct. I shouldn't have been doing the math twice. Yeah, if everyone donates 50 cents each or 46 rubles each, we need all 111,000 people to do that. Obviously, if we gather it up and then divide it out more or less, if there's more money, maybe there's an angel investor who wants to give far more than the number, then I can go and buy an apartment tomorrow, literally, and then start remodeling it next week, as quick as that. I like the black Lada. Yes, I think that was the one that was the Lada. Oh my gosh, what was it called? The one that was getting driven away, I think, or the Lada Niva. Was it the life one or the family one? My Russian skills are not great, but they're okay. I've been to ice hockey games, yes. I haven't been to one recently. I've not even checked the schedule for ice hockey. I read everything. If anyone wants to do a question, everything, Bruno. Thank you for your low membership. Yeah, the membership part, Peter, is really just a way to support the channel, where it's not necessarily doing super chats or giving donations. I know we're just talking about that now. And it's just as an entry to be a supporter of the channel. Obviously, there's a little icon. There is some emojis that I need to work on more of, and I've talked about this, that I need to work on more emojis. So there is different emojis that you can put onto the comments as well, Peter, if you want to. Start gathering money for an apartment. I would do this idea tomorrow morning. We've actually gone to look at some that are for sale on the other side of the highway. It's a 15-minute walk from here to the apartments that have just been finished, and they're all available to buy. There's some of them are sold now already, but there's still some available. There seems to be a lot of questions about your language skills. Also, can you read Russian? I can read a few letters of the Russian alphabet. Say I want to go to the circus. I want to go. I don't even know how to say I want to go to the circus. Sorry. Oh, from Cottis, Captain. Hello. I know you're a long time follower of the channel, and I do see your comments, and it's hard to reply to every comment. And you also reply to a lot of other people's comments. Thank you also for that too, Captain, from Cottesloe. One of my, if anyone wants to know, one of my few favorite places in Perth, Cottesloe Beach, every day of the week. I know I was living in Rockingham, and I can walk to the foreshore, but a drive to Cottesloe Beach. My wife had a client in Cottesloe as well, a Russian client, that the client asked her to come to her house and do nails at her house. So she did, it was like her and her friend and her daughter at her house in Cottesloe. Very nice house in Cottesloe, let me say. What's the minimum price to buy an apartment in Russia? You're looking at about, depending on in Moscow region where I'm here, about $50,000. No, even less, maybe 40,000 if you really want to. That's in Moscow region. We can get a 1-bedroom place, done and finished and ready. And then what we can do is we can rent it out and they can pay dividends. I don't know how I'd send you the whatever ruble divided by the rent. Yes, they do. Yes, the Ladas are Russian-made Ladas. Yeah, they're probably the only thing that's not Russian is probably maybe the electronics in the dashboard, the circuit boards, which obviously in the whole world, there's no Australian-made circuit boards for electronics, right? They're still imported to make something else. But where you ask about localization, it's very, very little on Ladas. I live in Russia all my life, and this review is amazing. Thank you. Yes, I want to go to the local Pitorchka today. The lady keeps bugging me every time I go there. Come and film a video. Come at a different Pitorchka. There's one a few buildings away from me, which isn't a particular nice one in terms of the look of the Pitorchka. When you walk around, there is some very, very beautiful, nice, new, modern, modeled ones. This one is an old one, and I don't really like filming the older one. Because it would make maybe not a nice video for some people. Oh, you're making it, it looks bad, but it's just a Pitorchka. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in a Perlivka on this side of the train line, and then there's probably 1 or 2 on the other side of the train line as well. I'll donate to the apartment project. Yes, I talked about this in a few videos ago. That there's, I don't think I've saved the. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Let me look if I've saved the. I think I deleted it now. I made even like a little thing about the price of it. I'm pretty sure I deleted that. It'd be a shame. The price divided by every subscriber. Because it was just interesting, that whole dynamic of doing that. I don't have it. I've got lots of photos of apartment kitchens though, and how I want to do the kitchen. Oh man. Yeah, I'll put another one on the Telegram channel where we break down the price of it. Showroom 1, Russell. Yeah, there was. I don't remember the name of that. Bronto. The Lada Niva Bronto was the one that had the big tires and the roof racks and the lights on it. The guy was driving it out of there and taking on the lift downstairs right when I arrived. That's why I didn't get a proper little walk around of it. Since the very beginning, I liked the video about 3 times too. Thank you. Thanks for all the likes. Yeah, we're going to wrap up. Oh, we're already past 2 hours. Yes, I'm going to wrap up the video. I love the apartment videos. Russell is so clean, unlike England. Yeah, I mean, there is definitely areas that are not clean and not beautiful. I mean, there's, even if I look at the Telegram group of my local community here, and people complain and put photos and post pictures of things that are right and wrong about the area, I don't really like looking at it sometimes because I know that's where I live, but I know as a whole, people are not like that, Do you know Russian Homestead Girl? I do. I've met her. Yes, we met in Moscow quite a lot of months ago. The whole family was in Moscow for an event they went to in St. Petersburg, and they came back through Moscow to go home. And I met them for a walk around. I met them at a cafe, and then we went for just a little walk around. And it was quite funny because they kept bumping into subscribers who recognized them. And no one recognized me, but they recognized them, which is quite funny because quite often when I go out, I get recognized a lot now. So yeah, very nice. Katrina? I forgot her first name. I forgot that. I don't remember their names. I'm really bad that I don't know their names. But yes, I met the mother, father, and brother, sister. So yeah. By train or by plane? I've been to St. Petersburg twice by plane for literally 1 day to film something and come back. And I did that twice. To do the Pitorchka, when I went to the fish factory and when I went to the bread factory, those 2 videos. I would love to do it by train. I would want to go on the Sapsan to do it by train though. Or are you only making videos in Moscow? I'd love to go to other places. I did a couple of brief videos in Ufa when I was there. Bye, Russell. Bye. Yes. Thank you, East to West. I would love to see a video on stores under apartment buildings. I saw one of the apartment videos. I did a specific video where the title is something like why Russians don't need big supermarkets. I don't remember the exact title. And I walked around the area where I live and showed the what shops are in the different apartment buildings in the 2 or 3 nearby. And it was talking really about the fact that I've got 8 supermarkets within 3 different buildings, all within a 5-minute or 10-minute walk, 5-minute walk of my house, and why I don't need to go to a Globus hypermarket, why I don't need to go to a Lenta hypermarket, or there's a Lenta at the shopping center where I live, but I don't need to go there because I can go downstairs and shop, and the prices are all the same. There's not a higher price because it's a convenience store. There's not really that need for that thing. Even if you go to a little mum and pop store, it's still a very reasonable price for something. Have tools will help with refurbishment. Oh, cool. What are your thoughts on doing video collabs with other English-speaking Russian YouTubers? I really want to meet Sam's Russian Adventure. We talk almost daily on Telegram and then do voice calls with each other and stuff. A lot of the YouTubers that I know that are English-speaking YouTubers don't do content that's similar to mine. So collaborations aren't helpful if it's confusing your audience, if that makes sense. Keyword to see the fish video, please, or link. I went to a Russian fish factory. I don't know I can look it up on the other screen. Bye, Peter, if you're going, and I'm going to head off very soon as well. So, can I donate Australian from Australia? You can, yes. You can do super chats right here on the live stream. Donation alerts, you can click over to do it that way as well. Or there's PayPal. PayPal is easier as well. Let me see if I can find the fish factory one. It's called Beltisky Berek that I went to. I think if I just write the word fish in my search. Oh, if I type the word fish, it's got I attended a Russian fishing and hunting convention, and I went to a fish festival. Caviar. Oh, caviar. I went to a Russian caviar factory. Is the name. Let me get this copy and I'll put it in the chat. Well, I don't tend to put too many links into chats. You can click that, it'll click away and open another link and come back. Would like to see. It's like Beatlemania, yes. My wife, it's mostly like that when I'm with my wife, because my wife is the one that's shocked that people recognize me. It's when I'm out and I get recognized, like when I went to this electric bus convention a couple of days ago, and I'm going to put a video soon. And I was standing outside, just packing up my microphone and camera, and different people came up to me who recognized me. Not while I was in the event, nobody did, but when I was outside on the street, somebody did, who was probably just walking by. Yeah, notice the fish section in the markets is better. Yes. Eat and rate them. Thank you, DC. Yeah, I want to just go to the Russian fast food places like Krotska Katochka, which is called like baby potato. There's a baked potato cafe that's got potatoes that are cut open. If you're English, you'll know about jacket potatoes. And they put different ingredients on as a topping. And that's a Russian fast food place. The other one is a pancake place where they do different savory pancakes, which is also a very popular Russian fast food place as an alternative to the Burger Kings and the KFCs and stuff like that. You're very recognizable. Yes, I guess that look, I'm not looking like I'm Russian. In winter, it's different when you got your jacket on and beanie and scarf and you're kind of hidden under everything. But otherwise, I think, yes, the recognizable part of it's definitely there. Okay, everybody, I'm going to wrap up the live stream. Perhaps we do another live stream with 100% we're going to do with my wife on it because the votes are 80% in favor. Anyone who's looking, Dimitri, maybe I can come and do a video at your apartment for YouTube. That would be kind of cool. I'm really just looking for people who are willing to let me come and do walkarounds. Real estate agents are not as willing to let me do tours of apartments. The one where I live here, there's a real estate agent in the next building, and they're very nice. But a lot of others are very hesitant about me filming things because I think they think I'm going to say bad things or not be positive about a walk around. I mean, I'm just walking around an apartment, right? And that's that. But we want to see real restaurants. Maybe I can go to Pivaldi, the famous 200 ruble restaurant. They've got a fixed price menu restaurants in Moscow where it's either all the menu for 200 rubles, $2, or 300 rubles, $3. There's another one that's 400 rubles, whole menu for one fixed price. Thank you, Eric. The burgundy shopping carts in the video are great. Look rich. The burgundy ones. Which was that in? One of the stores? I don't remember that one. Your channel is getting more interesting. Thank you, DC. Yes, I'm trying to vary the content. I was heading down that supermarket niche or shopping center niche. And they always get views no matter what I film in them, shopping centers and supermarkets. But I like to do things that are something that I like to see as well. So by going to a car dealership, it's interesting, especially where it's like the Lada car versus just going to a Toyota dealership. Go to a Lada dealership, which is a unique Russian car, right? Okay, let's work on. So if anyone wants to build an apartment with me, what did we say it was? 47 rubles each. It's when you think about it that way in your head, it's not a lot. But that 111,000 people need to support that. That's the opposite way of thinking about it. But in terms of the YouTube content and the steps of doing that is a whole video. That would really, that would be a whole, vlogging style video. Just the different steps of buying it, the steps of finding someone to remodel it, the steps of choosing whatever interior parts, All right, so we're at 241 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you to people who did super chats or super stickers or super thanks. If anyone is doing things outside of the YouTube channel, like donation alerts or SberBank and things like that, thank you so much. You don't understand how much it quantifies that I'm doing a good job on YouTube. Thank you, Anna, for the donation alerts. It just popped up now. I enjoy your English pronunciation. It's very easy to understand. Thank you. That's very nice of you, Anna. I'm not sure. Maybe you're in Russia, I would imagine. Thank you for the donation alerts. That's super nice. I like donation alerts because I like how it just pops up. I've got a little tab open on the other screen, and I like that when it works. And I know it works. So, yeah, I'm glad you like my pronunciation of words. My wife doesn't like me correcting her when we're talking. I like the whole concept of doing some kind of a teaching of English, but most of what I wouldn't be teaching you new word, the technical part of teaching English. It would be more me just having conversation English. Like, for instance, I take you for a walking tour around Moscow, and as part of that, we talk in English the whole time, and then we talk about the words of something. Like we talk about what's the name of this in English, what's the name of that in English, and walking around in a casual walk, you could learn English by talking what you know and then understanding of discovering new words. Like, yes, when I was at the expo and I met someone outside, someone asked me, what's an expo? And we'd walked out of the expo, an exposition center, right? In Moscow City, there's the Moscow Exposition Center. And they also call it a convention center. So it was a convention, exposition. And it's the same word, but it's completely different things. Oh, it's the same thing, but two different words. I love the larder. Seaweed is overrated. Yes, I'm not a fan of seaweed. Yes, that's part of that fish video as well. When I went to it's Beltiski Berek is the name of a fish company or a factory that produces seafood that they sell in Pitorichka under the fish. What's it called? Fish House brand. So supermarkets use companies that produce products for them under their own private label, but it's the same factory that company produces its own label. That makes sense. I like your positive attitude. It seems so light and relaxed in a good way. So it's really nice to watch such content during such hard times. Thank you, Unconceivable. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say that. And I know that I'm doing the right thing. I'm sorry, my glasses today seem very loose. I think I need to go back to the shop that I got these done at. And I need to get them. My wife doesn't want me to bend these in case I break them. Whereas if I go to the opticians and they do it, then they have to fix them, right? But I think they need like heating up and bending so that they don't slide down my nose all the time. Sorry, that's just a first world problem that I'm having today. Okay, end stream. That's the button I've got to click to end the stream. I hope you've had a nice afternoon, evening, good morning, wherever you are. 2 hours, just over 2 hours. 2 hours is normally my YouTube live stream length. So if anyone would like to comment on this video after it's finished, I'll try to respond to comments in the next half an hour or an hour or so. I will do some answering of comments, some other videos as well. I'm just going to click something over here for a second. Sorry. Let me just not click that thing there. Yeah. Oh, thank you, DC, for the super chat. What is the gathering money for an apartment is going to look like? So I won't miss it. Yeah, I'll do a live stream talking about the idea. Well, I've had this idea for a long time because my wife wants me to come up with a way that we don't have to, that I can be the person that buys the apartment. And it's me. It's all me. So that's the idea. And if I can figure out this way, like someone talks, it's about crowdsourcing, crowdfunding, like that, and add it together as an amount. I mean, it's not going to be something. I mean, the idea is to figure it out in one chop. I teach English to my colleagues and showed them your videos. Oh, thank you. Yeah, DC, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I think it's very, very possible. I mean, we're not buying a mansion right away. It's a one-room or one-bedroom apartment, about 40 square meters. I think it was 38 or 40 square meters. Kitchen, bathroom, like a closet or a wardrobe, and then it's not a separate bedroom. It's kind of a lounge bedroom where most people have a sofa bed. That's very normal in a one-room apartment in Moscow or in Russia. We did go look at a smaller place, which was literally the kitchen was open in the lounge room, but we really like the idea of a second room. So you've got a separate kitchen, and in the kitchen you tend to either put a sofa or a table, and it's kind of a separate room to the other room. And I'm talking in a bit more detail now, but yeah, David, thank you. You're very easy to understand. Yes. Even David, by the way, in the Telegram group, posts sometimes the videos of him in Italy. And he does them like little short videos about... Every time I watch those videos, David, I feel like I've been to Italy a few times. And I've been on the cruise ships there and sailed to the different ports in Italy. And I feel like I'm there when you're filming them. And it films a little bit like a movie. So anyone who's never been to Italy and you see a movie or a TV show about Italy and you haven't been there, it feels like a movie. Like it's so old. A lot of things look so old and so architecturally designed. And when I watch your stuff, it just feels like I'm back there. It's one place that I really liked in terms of all the places that I saw in Europe. I guess because on the cruise ships, they had Italian officers, deck and engine officers. I was at the shipyards in Italy, and then all the different ports when we did the cruises from Barcelona, that I can just relate to it a lot more than other places that I went to. So, okay. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, I'll see you in another live stream. When is your next video coming from? When will your next video come from? Next couple of days, probably tomorrow or the next day. The electric bus convention probably isn't an exciting video for everybody. It's not a it's not going to be a viral video, but maybe I'll end up filming the Pitorichka video faster and getting that on the channel before the electric bus video. I need to get a few videos out in a row here. Today's the last calendar day of the month as well, so there's always next month. Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for all of the... how do I send you $6,000? Euros. You can do it by PayPal. You can do it by donation alerts. You can do it by all the different ways to send donations. If you want to send me 6,000 euros, that will put down the price of the apartment very quickly. Yes. Now there's a couple of comments before I click away. Greetings from the beautiful city of Moscow. Yes, I'm in Moscow region. I'm on the last stop of the MCD4 in the southwest of Moscow. If that's making you think where I live, unless you know already. Oh, you're in Beryulovo. You'll have to tell me another name of a place. Sleeve Money app. I don't know what Sleeve is money app, but I've got PayPal. There's the link in the pinned comment, or there's the links in the description of the video of the different ways to donate to the channel. I've never heard of Sleeve before, so I don't really know what Sleeve is. Yeah. Okay. I'm out of here. I'm getting a little hungry too. I've got some snacks from when I was watching the football that I can still finish. I intentionally had football snacks for the football final today. Okay, everybody. Bye. Catch you on Telegram. Catch you somewhere on another video.